Hi, my name is Bob and I'm renovating this 1973 Egg Harbor Sportfish boat. Well, hello everyone, welcome to Renovation Sportfish. Hope the noise isn't too bad in the background. It is that time of year. They're pulling boats right now and they're power washing them, and that's all you can hear around here right now, except for the go-fast boats that are ripping down the river today, which is kind of exciting and fun distraction. But anyways, in this episode, it's a little bit shorter episode actually. It turned out that way because I was trying to cut out a lot of the talking and description and all that kind of stuff. And I just wanted to kind of wrap up the side frame assemblies in the cockpit here. Just wanted to get that stuff done in this one video. So I hope you enjoy this video, and if you're subscribed, maybe you want to hit that bell icon to get notified, because who knows, the way I'm doing this, sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's a month, sometimes it's 2 weeks. Try to go 2 weeks, but I'm all over the place here lately. And yeah, so you'll be notified when these things come out. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing, and hopefully you do. So with that, we'll get right into this video. So I'm just going to continue on my little merry way here, fill all these holes, and then I'll come back and fill the edges, and we just sit and wait and let it dry overnight. And I totally forgot I had this thing. This is I'll bring it around and you can see it a little better, but it's supposed to keep dust out of the filter in the vacuum cleaner. Okay, so here's the setup. So I've got my little shop vac here, and the gray hose comes up into the top of this thing, and then the black hose comes off the side, and that's basically what attaches to, well, in this case would be the random orbit sander. It's not hooked up now, it's just sitting there, but that's basically it. It's made by Anita. I think it was like $100 or a little over $100. So works pretty good. that's going to do it for the first layer. Now I'll let that dry for about an hour and a half and then come back and trim off the excess and start the second layer. That's going to do it. I'll let this dry for about an hour and a half, and then I'll come back and just put 2 more coats on. That'll build up enough epoxy that I can sand it in a couple days. So just let the heaters go relax for a while, and come back. Okay, so it's been a day, and I let this dry for a day, and it's ready to be sanded. So today I'm going to sand both of these pieces. So off camera, I put 2 coats of epoxy on both of these pieces. I see the other piece over there. Kept them this way so the epoxy actually would lay a little better. I don't know, flat surface, it's just easier to epoxy something and get them more even, nice coats, not dripping off. So I did all these edges, all 3 of these edges, and these corners, which don't tend to hold the epoxy well anyway, so you always have to redo any of the corners. And then they got the other one over there. Now next thing I have to do is sand all this down. That'll be the next step. Once that's all done, then I can bring them over to the boat and refit them. Okay, so yesterday I managed to sand the tops of both of these pieces here, and came out pretty good. There's nothing really wrong with them, and sanded up nice. The only area I had to mess around with a little bit was right around this piece here that the center frame sits on. In the corner here, where the fiberglass came down, fiberglass didn't come right to the board here. It was a little off here and there. So when I put the epoxy on, it left a few pits. craters or whatever you want to call them. So I just ran a bead of fairing compound total fair around this corner right here. I'll bring you in to check it out. You can see what I actually did. I have to sand it now. It's been drying overnight. Did the same thing on the other side. So let me bring you in so you can see what I'm talking about. So here you can see the compound still right on here. Goes all the way down. So it goes up and all the way around. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to sand that down with some 80 grit paper. That shouldn't take too long. And then I'm going to re-epoxy this whole thing here. As you can see, maybe hopefully right in here, I can kind of see the weave when I was sanding, all the buildup and drip down that came down here, kind of built up in this corner when I was trying to sand it down to get it flat again. And what I'm talking about is the epoxy. I dug into this a little too much, but I never did epoxy over the plugs here anyways, all these 4 wood plugs. So I'm just going to do this whole area, a couple coats, and maybe a couple little areas where I burned through in other spots, and that'll be it. So I got my heaters going, got my heat going on my epoxy over there on the workbench, and I'm going to get started on this. That's going to do it for sanding. It didn't really take much. It's not really about getting it perfect. It could be a few little pits in it and things. Epoxy is going to fill those in, and this thing's going to be sanded. This isn't the last go around for this by any means. I got all kinds of other stuff to do on here. Hello. Gonna be it for today. Time for college football and some beers.